Damn, and that's a Ghost Dragon with BDZ. BDZ wire lube on the slider, bro. Hello, hello, hello. I'm very excited for today. I think today's gonna be dope. And I wanna get this out of the way first. Although I am incredibly hyped about this keyboard. That will not stray my opinions at all. If the keyboard ends up not being great, I'm gonna be honest and let you guys know. If I love the keyboard, I'm definitely gonna let you guys know. So here we go. This is the Cloudnine from Machina. Let's get into the contents. We'll look at the case first, and then I'll show you all the extras. That way you guys can see the case. In here we have, I did wrap it up just because we have the raw top. So I didn't really want to have it getting further like scratches, because it does scratch pretty easily. That's the downside with raw, but to me it kind of adds that lived in look, which is kind of cool. Wow, is that not gorgeous? True HHKB bottom. There will be wind key and wind keyless tops available. It is raw, bro, and that is beautiful. I mean, look, it's got some like little scratches and stuff already, but it just adds to it, man. Like the best way to describe this is like, you know how render artists will like add scratches and stuff to the case materials in Blender to like make the renders just have that like grit? That's what this top case is. It's just gritty, but like in the best way possible. And what's really cool too is like, if you look close enough, you can actually like kind of see the machining, but it looks so stunning. Here's our side profile, which has that slight curved edge to it. Oh my God, how that light hits. Jeez. It is pretty, man. Here is the back. Wow. And then here is the booty. A huge copper weight on the back. I mean, the whole bottom case is actually copper, which is, I mean, this board is heavy. This board is dense, chat. Like very, very dense. And then you have the Machina logo right there. It's very pretty. You couldn't argue it with me. I would die on an ledge here. I think this keyboard's gorgeous. And the front lip too, it has that seam. It has those really thin side bezels, fat forehead and chin. This is speaking to me in terms of the designs that I like. Yeah, it's copper, bro. I mean, I'm talking, this thing is fucking heavy. Very heavy, very dense. So it's a very premium keyboard. I mean, that is why the price is higher too with the copper bottom. It's because it is literally fully copper. They really knocked it out with the design. All right, so we have our plates and foams. We do have a lot of plates, which here's what we're gonna do. Today we are gonna do just 2 builds, by the way, but we have 3 other plates that we can do rebuilds with. So that's pretty exciting. But you just have plate foam and case foam, no PE foam, nothing like that. Pretty simple in terms of the foams. For the plates, we have POM, PC, PP, FR4, and Alu. So the plan is to have a clacky build with BCPs on Alu, and then a poppy build with FR4 and the foams with some long pole, metal pole tactiles. We're gonna be using a 7U spacebar today. They did, however, include a 6U wire. And something else that I like, we'll get into in just a minute. But the packaging that they did for everything is so stunning. Here's our PCB. This PCB is beautiful. It reminds me of like, kind of like the thermal PCB or the Hebe PCBs with how they look. It's got this really pretty like gray color to the PCB with the black core. So it's pretty high quality here. Looks beautiful. See the Machina logo there. Designed in Sydney, Australia. I want to go to Australia so bad. It'd be cool to go out to Australia and meet Machina for sure. And yes, we have J-Wick hot swap sockets on this as well. So all in all, nice PCB. And then this is what I'm talking about with you guys. This to me is really, really nice. So what I wanted to show you is like, okay, so you see this right here. This is kind of like the logo. It's on all the bags. And then each bag has like their branding. This really nice, like cloudy kind of bag. It just looks, this right here just makes it feel so premium with the branding and everything. I really, really, really like it. I can't stress that enough. They give you a tool which is needed because, at least for me, because my screwdriver can't fit down into the longer holes on the backside. We have our different durometers for our tadpoles, which like I said, we'll squish them and see, kind of determine softest to hardest. We have our feet, which are not adhesive. They are plug-in feet or pressure fit, which I like. And this hides the screws. If you're doing a screwless design, this is definitely my preferred way for you to do it. Great move on there and there. I think this was maybe for force brake or something. We'll see if we need it. I don't know yet. I'm pretty sure that these go around the screw hole and kind of force brake it. The force brake kit, which is this, was designed for the Orbit. They will design a new set for the Cloudnine group by units. So these might not fit this one. I don't know yet. We'll see, like I said. I don't know if the board even needs a force brake, but we'll get there when we get there, chat. And we have our darter board right here. But a lot of cables, I guess. Just they sent this out to all the creators or whatever. I love the color of these. This is sick. This is a pretty color right there. So also to mention, by the way, right now, the hot swap PCBs, it will support later on full and split backspace. Right now with the prototype, it does only have split. I also have a note for the solder PCB will also support full right shift in the group by units. So far the layout, you do have 6U or 7U spacebar support. And yeah, you've got your whole bottom row for all those keys and your wing keyless and HHKB options. Pretty nice overall. You do get split caps. You get a couple of different layout supports on the hot swap right now, which isn't too bad. A lot of people might want that backspace, so it's nice that they are going to add that in. Today we'll be using the one and only night stabilizers. Night stabs are pretty good. I lube them how I always lube them. 205 everywhere, BDZ on the wire. But very light BDZ. I'm always very little BDZ. I also really love to put BDZ on my in my switches. Just really makes them have that grit that you want. By the way, chat, I'm totally joking. Don't do that. Probably not advised. I've actually wanted to try it just for the meme. I don't know how. I think it would slug it down too much. Try it on a Ghost Dragon switch. I will. Actually, I could do it right now. I have one right here. Should we try it real quick? I'll crack it open. Let's do it. Let's do it just to see what happens. We'll just do it on the slider, obviously. And I'll do a very, very, very gentle coat. Gosh, this seems just so wrong. So you guys can see it on there. We've done a very light coat of BDZ. I can still see the switch through the BDZ. It's just like legit sluggish. We'll have to put it into the board and see if it'll like return the spring. But it doesn't feel bad or anything actually. Dude, did we just discover something? Should we have been using BDZ all this time? We'll find out. We will find out. You don't really see 6U a lot at all. So I'm kind of surprised in general just to see 6U, but I think that is the classic true HHKB style. So yeah, let's look at the grommets here. Blue is 40A, white is 50A, yellow is 70, and black is 80. So that is our softest to hardest ratio. So since we're going with alu, I will go with a softer one. So we can try to see if we can get some bounce even with a hard plate. That's a raw top right there. Pretty cool. And there's those points that I was talking about for where the tadpoles are gonna sit at right there. You can see those alignment dots like I was mentioning. Prototype 2, 60% designed by Machina in Sydney. And I really like this too. I don't think I've seen many people do that. It's just kind of nice that there's like that little protective kind of cover over it. I don't know. So we're just gonna plug it in. Super easy, perfect length on the cable in my opinion. It's not too long, not too short. I didn't have any issues plugging it in. Cadoos on that. Sometimes you have to fight a cable. So yeah, these just fit in with these 3 different little pieces. Just slot them in. Push fit, really simple. Can't complain. Doesn't get easier than that, honestly. You're not worrying about messing up your adhesive. That's 10 out of 10 for me. Yeah, so with the 30A, pretty soft to type on. I definitely have a bit of give whenever I'm typing. And if I really push on it, you can definitely feel the whole assembly doing one of these. I think with an even softer plate, you would get even more bounce. But considering this is alu and it's pretty responsive while I'm doing like the typing, pretty nice. Super nice how the weights are in here. I love how that looks. I partially, to be honest, I kind of wish that this was on the outside. Like I wish that those weights like were external. I think that would be a cool like design with the star in the middle on the back, you know? Today, we have got the Cloudnine from Machina. And this has Kikobo mixed retro lights on the top. We used Kailh BCP's stock inside on an alu plate with no foam. So we also used the 30A durometer Tadpoles. And yeah, so this is currently a group buy, and this thing is absolutely incredible. In the side profile, you can see it's got that really nice like swoosh curve to it. Ooh, that looks crazy. What's really interesting is how they managed to do the scoop, but without like showing underneath the cap, you know what I'm saying? Damn. Then you got your back angle here. Pretty nice as well. And then our big copper booty. Looks stunning though. So let's give her a little sound demo. Okay. The alphas sound really clean. There is a bit of like case character resonance kind of in the spacebar. That's very evident to me. I don't know how well that comes across on the audio, but let's do our mods now. Yeah, pretty good amount of resonance on the spacebar there. Let's try and do that like force break and see if it'll work. Like I think if that went away, it would be a pretty poppy spacebar. Everything else, the resonance is like not really super audible. Like I think there's a touch of it in the mods, but like I said, like nothing even close to this. Like this over here, I would just consider like just case character, like stuff that kind of makes the board unique, but it's not like so evident that it's taking away from the sound. It's hard to focus on the sound of the spacebar through that. I mean, overall, it sounds very clean, very crisp. I'm pretty happy with the first build here. If we put that there, it's gonna definitely get in the way of the grommet. See what happens if I try to tear it. Okay, it did work, so that's fine. So yeah, we can take like this piece and put it like right here, and this piece we can put it around the screw hole. And the reason that I went straight to force breaking, by the way, instead of foam, is just like, because with force break, it'll just overall clean up the sound. But with foam, you know, you're completely altering the sound signature. So I just feel like this would be the least intrusive. And then I'll take one more, put it here, and then we'll do the same thing in the back. All right, let's hear it again. This time so same build, Kailh BCPs, alu plate, 38 grommets or tadpoles, Kikobo, ABS, mixed retro lights, no foams. We did force break the case now. So let's see how it sounds. Much better. Day and night. Force breaking the case took this board from like an 8 to a 10 for me. That sounds incredible now. And even the resonance that was so subtle on the mods is also gone now. Damn, dude, it sounds good, guys. Let's see if we can get the spacebar to clack a little bit more though, because the BCP is definitely like more of a mid-tone switch. So let's try our BDZ Ghost Dragon and see if we can get it to clack. Oh, it's game time. Hold on. Hold your horses. Woo. Damn, and that's a Ghost Dragon with BDZ. BDZ wired lube on the slider, bro. Damn, chat. That sounds fucking good, dude. Also, look how cool it is that you can like see my reflection in the fucking keyboard. Listen, I'm just saying, Ghost Dragon's potentially the Switch of 2024. I mean, I'm just saying, man. It just changes everything, chat. Oh my goodness. Dude, this sounds ridiculous. In this build specifically, Alu BCPs, it has that cherry-esque kind of sound profile that you like, that like mid-tone but loud typing sound, but with that bassiness to it that the PA66 housing brings. I low-key don't want to change the build, but like we have another build to do. But yeah, let's move into our foamy sound, our foamy build with the long poles and the metal poles. I think that'll be exciting. So let's go ahead and take our board apart and get into that section of the stream. Here we are. FR4 Plate, 70A Tadpoles with plate foam, case foam, and the MP Tactile switch. Topped off with Key Kobo mixed retro lights. See what we're working with here. It's kind of fun. Really unique sound. We'll put in the Ghost Dragon. Yeah, it's definitely more muted, but obviously it's fully foamed up. So I just wanted to kind of see the flexibility of the board. So obviously with the foams, it is pretty deep. With the switches, you're able to get, you know, kind of keep that balance in between the clack and the thock there. Still sounds great to me though. I definitely like the other configuration more. But I mean, it's cool to see like that the board can have that flexibility and sound, which is what I was testing. I like the mounting style. It feels really comfortable to type on. Visuals on the board, for me, I'm gonna give it a 9 out of 10. And there's only one reason, and that's because, like I said, I think I would love to see the design that is the internal weight on the outside of the board. Because like I like their logo, don't get me wrong, right? But it's like whenever you're spending a little bit more on a premium keyboard, it's nice to like have something on the back. And that, I feel like that would be a pretty easy implementation regardless. It still looks good to me. I love the side profile. It looks really nice with that curve to it. Now, in terms of sound, I will say we'll give it an 8 because I think the only issue is that there was that trickiness with the screw that kind of made, like screwing it together, that did add resonance or take away resonance. So we did do the force break, which did help fix everything. So like in that regard, just a simple force break, you don't need foam. So that's still really good. It's still really good sound. And the overall sound characteristics of the board are nice. They're very bassy. It's very full body typing experience for me. So yeah, I do really like it. Typing feel also pretty flexible. You know, you can get really stiff, you can get really soft. I don't think it's the bounciest keyboard in the world. So if you're looking for like a trampoline, it's definitely maybe not the right option. But if you want to be able to have a softer typing feel, you can achieve that. If you want a stiffer typing feel, you can achieve that. So in that regard, I think it's good. I would give it a 9. Overall, 9 out of 10. I think it's damn near perfect. I love the finish on the materials. Everything looks very well done. I also like that you do get to choose, you know, HHKB, WinKey, WinKeyless. So you have the options. They're giving those options to everyone, so you can really build the board out how you prefer. You have 6U spacebar, 7U spacebar. You're gonna have full backspace, split backspace, full right shift on the solder. Tons of options on the PCBs. All in all, very good board. I appreciate all you guys for tuning in. And yeah, be sure to go check out the board. It's live right now over at Machina. Have a wonderful one. Catch you next time. Peace.